Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon, you're watching a Watch and Unwind. Today's video is a little question and answers. I put up a story on my Instagram channel. I know not everyone's following me over there, and I'm a little less active on there than I am on here. But go ahead and add me over on Instagram so that you can be in on the next questions and answers video, or make sure to leave some questions below that I'll go back here and check out for the next time I want to make a question and answers video. Before we get started, guys, please hit that subscribe button and give the videos a big thumbs up. It helps the channel a lot. I'm going to do a quick wrist check. As you can see, I'm wearing a lot of green today, and that's because I'm still rocking my brand new purchase, my Oyster Perpetual 41 millimeter with the green dial. I've really been loving this watch since I got it. It's been pretty glued to this wrist, besides when I'm in the gym or when I'm sleeping. And it's probably going to stay on wrist for a long time. It's just been kind of hard to put anything else on wrist since I got it. This watch is so eye-catching, and I was waiting for such a long time. But let's jump right into these questions and answers, guys. I got a couple good ones. So the first question was from a viewer. He asked, what is the best watch for an active lifestyle? And I know a lot of people are going to go right to G-Shock. So pretty much anything from G-Shock is a great active watch if you're going to be running around outside in the gym, banging it up. Anything from G-Shock, you pretty much can't go wrong. They're cheap, durable, and reliable. So I definitely pick up a G-Shock if you needed just like an easy watch for an active lifestyle. But if you wanted to take it up a notch and get something a bit more luxurious, like a true luxury watch from a more renowned brand, I would probably look at something like the Endurance Pro from Breitling that is just around $3,000. I believe these were just released last year, and they've been keeping their value pretty good on the secondary market. So it's not a bad decision financially. But these are a quartz watch from Breitling, so you're getting a pretty respectable brand, really high quality. It is made of like a plastic composite, which Breitling calls, I believe they call it their Brightalite, or it's got some sort of silly fancy name, but it is like a plastic resin, I believe, which is super light, even lighter than titanium. You're getting water resistance of 100 meters, so you can take this thing swimming at the beach, in the river, pool, whatever you got to do. You don't have to worry about sweat getting in there. So this can definitely be a beta watch, but it's going to hold up really well because it's on the rubber strap. So that's going to hold up well. It's basically scratch proof with the case material, so you can beat this up. It's going to be reliable, and your money seems to be pretty safe, at least from the standpoint we're at right now. The next watch I'd look at, and actually I got it right here. Let me pull this up. I want to just get the name correct for you guys. It's the Aerospace Evo from Breitling. You get another good watch right here, full titanium, or you can get this on a rubber strap. Either way, you're still getting a quartz watch, and this is pretty much a do-it-all watch, just like a G-Shock, but really up a level now. These are about $4,375, but again, like I said, quartz movement. You're getting the time digitally, the time analog style with the hand and minute hands. It's a world timer. It's an alarm clock. I believe it got a stopwatch, couple of other functions. So everything people like from the G-Shock, you're pretty much getting this as well. This watch also has a water resistance of 100 meters, so you're safe to go in the pool, whatever you got to do. So those are the kind of big three I'd go to if you're looking for something purely that's rugged and reliable for active lifestyle. I'd go with G-Shock or Breitling, and then for the Breitling, I'd go with the Aerospace Evo or the Breitling Endurance. If you wanted an automatic watch, it has to be a diver. And let's say in this scenario, you live a pretty active lifestyle. You're not going to wear this watch to the gym per se, but you live an active lifestyle, so you hike, whatever. You don't want to be afraid to ever be wearing this watch. I'd definitely go with a diver. I'd probably go with something like a Omega Seamaster or a Tudor GMT or a Black Bay, because say you just wanted one watch, which I know this viewer personally, and I don't think he has a watch of this caliber yet. If you got something like this, you can wear it in just about any situation, dress casual or out hiking, and it's going to be really durable, it's going to be reliable, and it's not going to look out of place. So I think a Breitling, a Omega Seamaster or a Tudor Black Bay is a pretty good watch if you just needed one watch, but you wanted to make sure it fit your active lifestyle. So thanks for the question. Moving on to the next question is my favorite independent brand. And there's a lot of them, guys. There's a lot of brands that I think if I had to, and it changes a lot, but if I had to say my Grail watch, there's a lot of independents I would go to that I think make killer watches in terms of innovation, engineering, design, their own heritage and history, and just craftsmanship, everything about the watch that I'd go to above your Lange or your Pateks or your APs. And one of those brands is Groenfield. So this is a brand that I just don't see covered as much as it should be. It was founded in 1912, and I wanted to show you guys a watch right here. Let me pull this up. So this watch is actually pre-owned. A lot of their watches are super hard to get. They're very low production. This is a 1941 Principia, and just look at this thing, guys, from the strap to the dial to those hands, the layout. It's just so clean looking and super high end. We can take a look at the movement of this watch here. And this watch is used, guys, $64,000, $64,950. So technically, 65. That's a lot of cash. And this is probably what I'd go to if I had to pick. One of my favorite independent brands is definitely Groenfield. I don't think they're talked about enough. All of their watches look really cool. I'd love anything by them, of course, but definitely this 1941 range is one that I would check out, guys, if you haven't heard about this brand. And I'm curious about some of your guys' favorite independents, so go ahead and leave them below as well. Let me know what your favorite independent watchmaker is. H. Moser is another good one, but I think they're a long ways off from what Groenfield offers, but of course that's also reflected in the price difference. The next question was a little bit snarky question. This one comes from my wife, and it's, why do you need a watch if you have your phone? And that's a pretty good question, because I just spent, the $6,000 on the Oyster Perpetual, and let's say the wife wasn't super happy. To be frank, you don't need this watch, but we love these watches because of what they offer. It's not just jewelry. You're getting the history behind the watch, the craftsmanship. It's definitely a luxury item that functionally we don't need, but it's truly a piece of art. That's the best way I describe it. And she has a little bit of watch knowledge because if it wasn't for you guys on YouTube, she's the only one who hears my watch conversation. So I'm lucky to have you guys to talk with. And building this channel, I wanted to make a small little community and keep in touch with you guys. So it's been fun to talk watches with all you guys, because then she don't have to hear me talk about watches. But I think she does understand now that there's a lot more that goes into these watches, the movement, the whole aspect of in-house, that a lot of people just don't understand from the outside. A lot of people, non-watch people, think you're crazy for spending $600 on a watch. Or if you spend an interval of 6,000, they think you're even crazier. And then you tell them that used, this watch costs double that. They have no idea what you're talking about. But I think my wife does get it a little bit. But yeah, we definitely don't need these watches, guys. But we love them because of what they offer. Next question was another viewer of the channel that I talked to a little bit. So thank you for submitting the question. And it's what my favorite watch YouTuber is. This is a good one. I'm probably gonna go with Watch and Unwind. I just love that channel. All the information they offer is really good. The host has an extremely handsome beard and his biceps are huge. So I definitely check out that channel. But no, in all serious, guys, I do watch quite a bit of YouTube channels, just like you guys. That's why I got started. It looked like so fun. I was watching a lot of Teddy Baldessari at the time, Bruce Williams, and I'm like, man, these guys, their job is they just handle these amazing watches that I'd kill to handle. So I just kind of went out for it, started my own channel. Within a month or two, I had some hands-on reviews with some absolutely killer watches, like the Ulysse Nardin Freak, Frank Mueller. I also have some video I've been sitting on a long time that I gotta publish. It's on my other laptop of Gerard Perigo, Zenith, Omega, all these killer brands. And I'm like, man, if I could just make a little hobby out of it, maybe I could get a hold of these brands. So it's been a lot of fun. But Teddy Baldessari, Bruce Williams were definitely a couple inspirations that I followed. The channel I probably watch the most, and I'd say this is just because the format is so easy and it just comes off really naturally. It's easy to listen to, is Federico Talks Watches, the owner of Delray Watch. And I listen to John P sometimes, but mostly Federico Talks Watches. And why I love his channel, you don't have to look at it too much. A lot of the videos, we want to see the close-ups on wrist shots, macro shots of all these watches, the movement, everything, super fine detail. But Federico, it's almost more like a podcast. I'll kind of put it on sometimes when I'm cooking or even when I'm in the shower, because he doesn't do too much hands-on, but he always has interesting information to share that you just kind of got to listen to. And that's kind of how I'll listen to a lot of my YouTube videos. I'll just kind of listen to it while I'm doing something else, and I'll check in once they say something interesting. If I want to see a picture, I'll kind of check in, but then I go back to either doing work on my computer, cooking, taking a shower. Funny enough, is when I watch a lot of the stuff over on like kind of the sill while I'm taking a shower. But yeah, so I definitely say there's a lot of good ones. Federico is personally the one I listen to the most, but it's hard to pick an exact favorite because there's just so many. And there's a lot of other channels that are small like mine that are killer as well. I don't want to name anyone in particular because I don't want to miss someone and leave someone out, but I believe on my channel you can see who I'm subscribed to. So I definitely check out a lot of these smaller channels, because I think a lot of them have better information, higher production quality, a real natural in front of the camera than some of the bigger channels, but it's really hard to build up on YouTube, so they just don't have the exposure yet I feel like they deserve. So please subscribe to my channel. Please go over on my channel page and subscribe to some of these other channels that I follow, because if I'm subscribed to them, I don't just do that for anyone. It's someone that I actually watch and respect. So that's all the questions I believe I got for you guys right now. Just a couple of them. Next time I'd really like a little bit more questions, guys. So I've got 633 subscribers. So please, if 633 of you guys could leave a comment, I'd have a lot more material for next time if you all ask a question, guys. So please try to engage with the channel, ask a question so you can be featured on the next video, and we can keep this back and forth dialogue going, you know. But that's about it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.